Let me hype who's on the show today. Before we get started, the entire cast of FX's The League is here. I'm so excited. We're running the gamut. Everyone from
Scott, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but we actually don't have the entire cast.
What's that?
No, we actually don't have the entire cast of the show. We thought we were going to, but we got not even a quarter of the cast.
Not even 25%.
Basically 20. 25%. A solid 15% of the cast is here.
Huh. Well, I thought more people were coming in.
Well,
now I have Paul Scheer in front of me.
Yeah, and I play. I'm one of.
Let me just say before we start, by the way, day 8, I'm still incredibly sick. If you hear me coughing off mic, please excuse me.
You're a pro. You know that?
Professional.
You're a professional.
I'm not a prostitute. I'm a professional.
Oh, you are not?
No, I am not a prostitute.
You should figure that out because I've heard some things. I'm the only one here right now, and I'm on the show The League. I play Jenny.
Really?
Yeah, and so a lot of people don't know that. But I play dual roles. I play Jenny, the wife of one of the characters, and I also play a character called Andre. So it's really fun for me. It's like Oh God, You Devil, where I got to play both parts.
Tell me about Andre.
It looks like you're dying over there. It looks like I should we should let everybody know who's listening at home that we are doing this in a hospice.
Yes.
And Scott is...
That was the worst question I've ever asked, but I could barely get it out. Tell me about Andre, just because I want you to talk for a little while.
Scott is in a bed. He is covered up. He looks like Roy Cohn at the end of Angels in America. and this is a great podcast to be on. We also got in a cramped room, so hopefully... The next time you see me, I'll also be as sick as you.
It's not that cramped. I'm not infecting anyone. I'm taking pains to stay away. But tell me about Andre.
Andre is a complicated character, Scott. As actors, I think we always are looking for characters that challenge us and that we relate to. And, just like Daniel Day-Lewis built his own house when he shot The Crucible, I built my own house. Before I decided to do Andre in The League.
When you say built your own house, you mean you did some emotional work?
No, I literally built a house. People told me I took that out of context because Daniel Day-Lewis's character was a carpenter in The Crucible. He built his own house. I didn't put that together. I just thought you had to build houses. So, yeah. But I have a beautiful, beautiful house.
I'd love to come there someday.
Oh, well, definitely. It's in Highland Park. You ever been there?
Yeah, no, that is a wonderful area. I don't know where... Jesus Christ.
It's right near Carnacia.
Oh, Jesus. Okay.
You dying?
This is...
Oh, my God. This is the last Comedy Death Ray. I'm so honored to be a part of it. I do want to get out that The League is on FX before you die.
All right, here we go. God, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry for anyone listening to this. The most awkward show I've ever done. I can barely get through sentences.
But if you need good cough sound effects, this is a great podcast for you to listen to because you can just pull them immediately.
Adjust your DVRs. I don't think you have to adjust DVRs.
No, you should.
Everyone's out there saying adjust your DVRs. All you really have to do is just enter it.
Well, for this one, you do have to take the top off the DVR. Again, there is a soldering gun. And then you really... And now, I will... if you can put blueprints on the Earwolf site, right?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, because I will put up some detailed blueprints. You do have to do a couple of modifications.
Now, we're not making a bomb here, are we? Or...
Okay, I will tell you that the last part is putting it in a FedEx box and sending it to a federal
Please
building.
don't say that into a mic. We're taping this on the anniversary of 9/11. You don't want to be saying anything like this.
Never forget.
What?
Wait a minute. I know who this guy is. Chupa?
Hola, Scott Aukerman.
Chupa, is that you?
Sí.
Chupacabra has just entered the building.
I got an erection, and I must have been because someone has said 9/11, and so I am here.
All right. Well, yeah. No. You get an erection over 9/11?
The towers came down and my pants came up.
They came up?
Sí.
The only reason I remember 9/11 is because 2 years ago that's when Jamie Foxx's latest album dropped.
Yes. That was blame it on the.
Has Ron Howard been in any more music videos since then?
He is a star. He should be in more music videos. He needs a camera on him. You know what I mean? Not be behind it.
Clint Howard put out a trip hop album.
Oh, I love Clint Howard. I was at the MTV Movie Awards or Music
Oh,
Awards.
tell us more about that, Paul.
And
It's okay, Paul.
Yeah, please take over for me, Chupa, please.
And then
We have a professional broadcaster here, Chupacabra, by the way. He's been on the show before.
I'm a fan of Chupacabra.
Yeah, how did you get now, normally you just wander in from one of the Mexican radio stations when we were over at Indie 103.1, which, if you're listening to us on Indie 103.1, by the way.
El Gato.
Yeah, Indie 103.1 is now El Gato, and Chupo is one of the DJs.
Salvajamente Grupero.
But we've moved over to the Earwolf Studios. We're taping that now over here. So how did you wander in?
I'm here to do the sound effect for Earwolf.
Oh, okay. Let's hear it.
It goes like earwolfradio.com. The wolf dead.
Wow, the wolf died?
Yes, it was. It was hit by a gremlin.
Oh, all right. Well, a car.
Yes.
All right, not the actual.
Okay, good.
No. But there was water.
Oh,
There was water involved?
That's why. Oh, yes.
There's
'cause
water in the car.
If you,
Yes.
if you do pour water in a gremlin car, it also has the same effect of a
Really?
gremlin. Yes.
Yes.
That's why they discontinued making them. Mm-hmm. And
What are you eating, Scott Aukerman?
Don't tell everyone I'm eating.
Okay.
People hate when I eat into a microphone.
well, you're
okay.
doing it now.
I'm hoping you,
I
Chupo.
call you out. Okay,
I want to ask you a question. Chupa.
turning the tables with Paul Scheer.
You have been running a lot of contests that I've been trying to get. You give away what? Oh gosh.
Sorry. So how did you wander over here?
I was wondering, I was here literally to do the sound effect, which I think we just laid down very successfully.
Yeah.
Earwolfradio.com.
Oh, now a cat got involved.
Okay. Poor Gato. Is that the El Gato from?
That's the leftover El Gato from Indie 103.1.
Now, what is your style? You do a lot of your own sound effects.
Yes.
So when you're doing a show, a radio.
I am like the Michael Winslow of successfulness.
I love Michael Winslow.
Who doesn't?
You know,
Michael Winslow, probably.
He just did a show over at the Silent Movie Theater. It got standing ovations.
Did
apparently.
he really?
Yeah,
I heard about this. He came into the theater. And
How
was like,
ironic that Michael Winslow would do a show at the Silent Movie Theater.
Well, no, he came into the theater. It was like, and then he walked in. He was like,
He's on a horse.
he was on a big horse.
He's a centaur.
And then he tried to test the microphone. I remember seeing his stand-up special on Showtime, and it was all that. He's like, when I was a kid, I was a bad kid, and I was always called to the principal's office.
Wait, is Michael Winslow black?
What? I don't think so. That's all makeup. That's why he doesn't work that much, because that makeup is so hard to put on.
Oh, wow.
Yes. His life is the movie Soul Man. So I wander over here.
So you wander over here, and you...
From El Gato.
We are very close to the W Hotel. W. El Hotel W.
Don't give the address away.
I won't. The El Hotel W.
Yeah, W.
Sí. I was there for to have a brunch with a lot of guys who wear knit caps.
Knit cap.
Knit caps.
Knit
caps.
Okay.
All right.
Because nothing will make you a male model more than wearing a knit cap.
I've noticed every time I walk into the W Hotel, no matter what time of day it is, and it's usually in the afternoon for me, but there's just models just hanging out there in the lobby. Like, what is that about?
Well, that's the new ice cream shop. You know, where they found Marilyn Monroe back in the what do they call that? What was the
Schwab. The
Schwab's.
Schwab's drugstore.
Yeah, that's the new Schwab's.
Painkiller dispensary. So I was over there to get the job.
You wanted to get a modeling job.
I was trying to get the modeling
Were
job.
you wearing a knit cap yourself?
I was wearing a knit cap, but it was a very big one. It was a sleepy cap. Like you went to bed in old-timey times.
Sure, like your Ebenezer Scrooge.
Exactly.
The one as big as me?
Exactly. So I was wearing that. I'm wearing my nightgown as I am wearing now.
Yeah, I love it.
It's very nice.
colorful.
It's flannel, which is nice for a Los Angeles morning. And then they did not give me a job modeling. I ended up getting a job as a dishwasher.
Ooh, that's not bad though.
That's okay because of my
job security.
my job security, and I have eczema on my hands, so it helps promote that, which is what I want.
Do you want to promote that you have eczema, or you want to spread the eczema?
Eczema awareness? Is that what
I
you're
am trying to spread not awareness about eczema, but eczema itself.
Oh, all right. Well, that's odd, but yeah, that's.
Why do you-
But this. Let me get to the point, so I can use an ointment which is topical, which is what this show is.
I love that.
Topical is what we're all about here.
Topical, not jokes.
We do a lot of tropical jokes too.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, do you have
Why
any of those?
is it when you are on the beach, there's two kind of coconuts? One that has got a lot of hair on it, and then one that does not got a lot of hair on it.
I was wondering
Are you
how you were
telling
gonna
me?
pull.
Those aren't coconuts. That is under my nightshirt.
Hey,
My balls. I'm talking about my balls.
Chupa, why do you need another job? I can't figure this out. You have a great job as a DJ.
You know the old saying, idleness is the drug of those who cannot work.
I believe you mean the whatever.
I believe I mean what I said.
Okay, sorry.
Idleness is the drug of those who cannot work. That's what my grandfather would say back
I like that saying. It's
in Orange
simple.
County.
Wait, you come from Orange
Did
County?
you know that I was born and raised here in...
I had no idea.
Yes.
Orange County.
In Santa Ana?
Born
or-
and raised in Santa Ana.
Oh wow!
Sure.
Did you? How did you get into the business? Did you get,
My grandfather, Tom Cheesecake Factory, he was a very successful entrepreneur. And I was expected to take over the Cheesecake Factory fortune. But I said, no, that is not what is in my heart. What is in my heart
You
is
are the heir to the Cheesecake Factory fortune.
Sí. My real name is I go by El Chupacabra.
Sure.
But my real name
Yeah.
is Raul Cheesecake Factory.
wow!
Yes.
Did not know that.
Yes.
Why
That
is
is a
it?
mouthful.
Yes.
That
Raul
should be
Cheesecake-
that should be the slogan for the Cheesecake Factory. That is a mouthful.
That is a mouthful.
My favorite thing about the Cheesecake Factory is that they've taken lemonade, which is already a sweet drink, and put sugar around the lid of it, just
yeah.
in case
You're
you
not
need
getting
that
enough.
extra kick.
Yes. I was asked to leave the restaurant business when I asked to change the name of the Cheesecake Factory to the Diarrhea Refinery.
Sorry to laugh wheeze into the microphone.
Wheezy.
You're giving Scott the
Wheezy.
final laughs of his life.
Comedy death, Scott.
Tell us more about the Cheesecake Factory.
Well,
why
when you go...
why is Cheesecake Factory?
Now, let me ask a question. Can I ask Paul a question about the show?
Please take over for
Now,
me, Chupa.
Paul, you
Yes.
are in a fantasy football league yourself.
Yes.
You're in two now.
Yes.
Before the show started, did you know about fantasy football and football itself?
Well, this is a great question. Thank you. That's a really intelligent question.
As a professional radio personality, it is my pleasure.
No, that is the thing. I am in a fantasy football league now, but I did not know much about fantasy football before. I kind of treated it like NASCAR. I knew it existed, but I didn't want to be involved in any part of that.
But what if Will Ferrell made a movie about it?
In.
Okay. Now, let me ask you a question.
You don't need to know anything about fantasy football to watch a show.
Okay. But do you need to know about fantasy football to do fantasy football?
I don't think you do. The more I've played fantasy football, I think you don't need to know anything about
Is
it.
it a numbers game?
I think it's a game. If you are good at predicting things, then that's good. If you are good at predicting the future, you can be good at fantasy football.
Do you need to know about the league in order to play fantasy football?
Yes.
Yes.
You
You
don't.
do need
You
to
need to
know.
watch the league.
You need to watch the league to play fantasy football effectively.
But would you say you had just mentioned previously that you have to be good at predicting things to play fantasy football? Does that mean Miss Cleo would be good at fantasy football?
You know what? I think she would be very, very good.
Topical.
Yes, that's more tropical, I think. Actually, Isn't she
don't-
from the Bahamas? Or
I don't
something?
like to talk about Miss Cleo, especially on 9/11, just because I still believe she was behind the whole thing.
Is she Jewish?
What?
Is she Jewish?
She's not Jewish. I just think that she was so smart about predicting things. She would have gotten on the horn and just told everybody.
She had a horn?
Yeah, why didn't you make some cold calls?
A conch shell.
That's what I was thinking in my head.
Tropical.
Because of the book Lord of los Mosquitos. Is that what it was called? How did they call it? Because in Orange County, it was El Rey de los Mosquitos. Ladies and gentlemen, what's
Scott is
amazing
just
about this
coughing
show?
up blood. Blood is now coming from his mouth and nostrils.
You know, the great thing about Earwolf is we are moving on up, like Weesey Jefferson.
Thank you. Oh, George.
George Jefferson.
So, Chupa, take us through a little bit of your radio style, if you would.
Well, it's a difficult thing because as a lone wolf, which is close to Earwolf, but different, which is my podcasting studio, which is Lone Wolf Studios.
I go over there a lot. I actually just did
Wait, hold on.
It's it's salt of the earth. It's an upstart. It's called Lone Wolf. We have Los Esclar sisters and a number of other very
I
successful.
think the Sklar sisters are pound for pound as funny as the Sklar brothers.
Unfortunately, they weigh about 500 pounds.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean that is technically a
What
weight.
is funnier than a big fat woman? That is what I said to Delta Burke. She did not take kindly to him. So Delta Burke has a show. We reconciled. And,
I like her podcast. It's all of her just. It's just her talking about food, different types of pastries.
And Meshack Taylor comes in sometimes. And then also they have Major Dad.
Gerald McCraney.
Gerald McCraney.
Who is
on
her husband.
And on Undercovers, the new NBC
Is he
show.
on that? He was so good on Deadwood.
He was so good on the show where he was brothers with somebody else called Simon and Simon.
Simon and who?
Simon, I
All
believe.
right.
The only show I ever watched was Corazón y Corazón. What did they call it in English?
Heart to Heart.
Heart to Heart.
I would have liked. I feel like Simon and Simon is an odd name to call it. If you were two brothers who were detective, I'd be like the Simon brothers. Why would you just call it Simon?
We have the Simon brothers also have a show on the podcast. They do. It's a Simon.
It's Paul Simon and Paul Simon, right? Paul Simon, the
The
weird
singer,
guy.
and then also the...
Yeah.
Paul Simon. No, it's weird. It's Paul Simon and Simon Pegg have a show together where they talk about indie music and indie filmmaking, which neither of them are. And then, let's see, we have more than this in other ways, other things as well.
Oh, yeah.
And that is Lone Wolf Radio. So, but as far as my radio style, as far as what I like to do.
take us through that.
Well, I like to take caller. Well, we have a caller right now. Can we take a caller?
Oh, yeah. Well, I didn't realize we were hooked up for
Oh, yes, we are hooked up.
Did you come in a little earlier?
Can you see me winking, Scott Aukerman?
Yeah, but I thought that was...
Let's take a call.
All right, well...
I have something in my eye. I plan. Okay, let's take a call. Okay, first caller, you are there. Yeah, hi. First time listener, long time caller. I want to talk to Paul about some fantasy picks this week.
All right, yeah, go ahead.
Paul, where you from again?
I'm from New York, Long Island.
You're from Long Island, okay.
Yeah,
Where you
yeah.
from, Port Washington?
No, not Port Washington.
Where you from?
Huntington,
Where'd you go to high school?
St. Anthony's High School.
Oh, you went to St. Anthony's?
Yeah.
Renazizi went to St. Anthony's too, right?
Yeah, well, you know, that's one of the guys on the show. Yeah, do you know?
How's fucking Sister Margaret?
I don't know. I haven't been back
Very
there in many
weird
years.
call to be taking on Chupacabra's show. It's very... Well, I'm sorry. I don't mean to interrupt.
No. I just wanted to know whether you thought Percy Harvin was going to start this week due to migraines or not.
Well, look, I'm going to tell you about Percy. This guy has been getting migraines nonstop, right? They found out he has sleep. You okay, Scott? Are you okay?
No, I haven't expired yet.
God bless, Scott. God bless.
They
thank you,
found out
caller.
that this guy. Oh,
Caller, what was your name again?
I'm Vinny from Port Washington.
Hey, Vinny.
right by the animal shelter.
Yeah, exactly.
I noticed that Chupa just kind of lays back during these calls. He doesn't really like to steer them at all.
I like to let the callers take. Would you like me to take a question? I will ask the question. Vinny from Port Washington. You went to a Catholic school. Was it difficult to reconcile your religious beliefs with science? No, for me it was not an issue so much. So
It wasn't really, we didn't really teach creationism.
You didn't teach creationism?
Yeah, that's not really a thing,
What isn't a thing? Yeah, what isn't a thing, Paul?
That creationism, we didn't teach that. That wasn't a thing that was taught in my school.
What was taught at your school? Yeah, what was taught at your school, Paul?
I guess Bible studies would probably be the most that was done.
Now, as far as, what was your favorite Bible recollection, Vinny from Port Washington? For
Vinny, what was your favorite Bible recollection?
For me, it had to be Cain and Abel. What a great story. What a great story.
Two brothers,
Vinny,
just like the Sklar brothers.
Vinny, what do you do right now? What
am I doing right now?
Yeah.
Right now, I'm sitting in front. I got a 70-inch TV. I'm sitting in front of it. It's a Pioneer.
Nice.
And
you get that at Target?
I got it at Target. I got a bunch of mailboxes at Target, and then because I'm not allowed out of my apartment right now. So
why are you not allowed out of your apartment?
For various violations of personal space that I've violated people's personal spaces on a number of occasions, and so I got a bunch of mailboxes in my apartment. I got a bunch of M80s, and then I just blow up mailboxes in my apartment.
In your apartment?
Yeah.
All right. All right. Well,
kind of risking your deposit, aren't you?
What? I'm what? The apartment? It's my parents. What are they going to do? Kick me out?
Are you still
Vinny? Let's hear a little more about your life. I'd love to hear about your background. Where'd you go to school?
My name is Vinny Tedesco. I went to Port Washington. I went to St. Anthony's. It's 9/11, obviously, and I actually joined the force, the fire department, in 2003.
Oh wow! Wait, 2 years later?
2 years later, trying to get some of that good 9/11 runoff pussy. So I joined the force. I came into New York. I became a fireman.
Sure.
And I had some problems.
Really?
What problems did you have?
Chupa's back.
I had a couple problems. They said, a few silver picture frames went missing in an apartment that we were putting out a blaze in.
Picture frames.
Silver picture frames, and
you're stealing picture
frames. A couple
frames.
necklaces. I didn't steal. Nothing was ever proven. Nothing was ever proven. So
how could they prove that?
Exactly. That's what I said when I took them. I didn't take them. So then, what does happen? What were your other violations? Let's see. One time, there was a blaze on 63rd and Lex, and I thought I'm on the 13th floor, and I think this is it. I'm dying.
Usually there is no 13th floor, but maybe this was super unlucky.
This was the super unluckiness of my life, okay? Because I joined the force just to I'm trying to get in one of those calendars, trying to get some of that good 9/11 runoff pussy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Did you get any, by the way?
You're trying to get in one of those calendars. You mean like a fireman's calendar?
Sure. Or sell them, whatever it is. Get connected to it.
What's your body like, by the way?
My body now. At the time, I was a solid 240. Now I'm up around I'm up around 317, 318, cutting out the booze though. So I'm in this blaze. I'm on the 13th floor, and I think this is it. So I want to tug one last one.
This is the big one.
This is the big one. I'm going out. So I'm in the full equipment.
Your thought is you want to tug one out.
Yes. You wanted to tug one out?
Yeah, you want to tug one out?
Yeah, you got to. If I'm going to go out, I want to go out in a blaze of glory. No pun. So
there is no pun there. You're right.
So
we are taking for granted. Maybe he shoots fire out of his penis.
No. Just that one time after Havasu. So I'm in the 13th floor. I find a bathroom, and the only way I can do it, I got to be completely nude, right?
Okay, sure. So you got to take off all the equipment,
So I got to take off all 40 pounds.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
In a burning apartment.
Yeah, because I think this is it. So I go find a men's room, public men's room.
Wait, there's a public men's room on the 13th floor of the building.
Yeah. This wasn't an apartment building. This was a business. This is a commercial real estate.
Okay, this is commercial.
Which is something I'm also doing now from home.
Okay.
So
I'd love to talk to you more about that.
I got to take off all my clothes, right? I stand up against a wall because the only way I can finish is if I'm completely nude and leaning
Leaning back against the wall?
Leaning
or?
forward against the wall.
Oh, really? Like
Yeah.
your forehead against the...
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
okay.
Because I got to use both hands. So I use the forehead to support me, okay?
Okay.
So I'm in there and I'm just pulling away. I'm pulling away. And I'm getting ready to blow like a fire hose, right? So so all of a sudden, the guys break into the room, the rest of the team, the Brotherhood.
Okay, sure.
They
The
break
Brotherhood.
in. Wow, are you a Brotherhood? Yes, we're a Brotherhood. So they come in and they think, they don't know what's going on. I've snuck away from the fire. I'm just clearly
But clearly they have too.
They think there's a fire here because they hear me screaming.
Okay, got it. So we're in a commercial building. You're naked.
A commercial building which seems to barely be on fire. Just one room.
No. It turns out that it was a fire that I'd started on the 15th floor.
But you're on the 13th floor.
Yeah, I'm on the 13th floor.
Okay.
You'd started it on the 15th floor?
Yeah, I like to play with matches. Who doesn't like to play with matches? So I'm getting close. You know what I mean? I can feel it.
Sure. The guys break in.
The guys break in. They turn the fire hose on me. So all of a sudden, I got 50 pounds of water on me. So this makes me blow. I mean, blow like
That's sexy to you.
Old Yeller. Is that what it was called? Yellowstone National?
No, Old Faithful.
Oh, no, I'm talking about that dog, because you jerk off that dog and he's going to come big time.
True.
So I blow like a fire hose, okay? So then they try to keep me, after that incident, they try to keep me on the ground. They try to keep me by that. What are those things, the things on the ground where they shoot?
Hydrant.
The hydrant?
You should know about that.
Where the dogs piss and the naked kids dance around?
That's a fire hydrant.
Hold on, Vinny. I'm going to ask you not to use that kind of language.
You cannot use this kind of language on the air.
Yeah,
what are you talking about? I mean, my parents don't mind. They're my social circle.
We said a lot of words on that show, and but that is one that we do not like on that show.
I didn't even hear it. What was it?
Yeah.
What did you say?
He used. If you're going to use that term, just say N-word, please.
Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, okay. All right. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
That's the socially acceptable way to say that.
Yes, that's the only way that you can say a word that is filled with hate. I don't understand what's the problem with hydrant. Why would I call a hydrant an N-word?
Okay.
Regardless.
Just move on.
So I'm in Port Washington. Last year I come out to L.A. for the wildfires, trying to get some of that wildfires runoff pussy.
Sure.
I imagine there wasn't that much.
Yeah, that only lasted.
There was not.
Yeah, that was only a couple of days. No one really.
Yeah, no, I didn't get any. I mean, I had been disbarred. I had been kicked out of the force 3 years earlier.
Yeah, they tried to keep you on the ground by the hydrants.
Yeah, so they keep me by the hydrants, but I sleep a lot. I'm a sleeper. I like to sleep because I nap. I stay up late.
Really? What do you stay up late doing? Is this your real estate business, or?
Yeah. I'm doing real estate stuff.
You're blowing up mailboxes.
I blow up mailboxes, because I'm trying to build a bigger bomb. So what I do is I take firecrackers.
Why are you building bombs?
It's 9/11.
Today.
Yeah.
But not the rest of the year. What, you're just trying to build a bomb bigger than 9/11?
Anyway,
which wasn't a bomb.
I got to go Baba Booey.
Well, he just hung up.
He got you.
Oh my God.
He got everybody here. Baba Booey.
That was good.
Wow, that must have cost him a fortune in long distance.
Yeah,
that was a long
Vinny
cut.
Tedesco, what a piece of shit.
Boy, well, he was horrible. Well,
Actually.
Nick Kroll's here, by the way. He plays one of the funny
you watch the
characters on
show.
the league.
You watch the show so much that you know my character's name.
You play Leaky, the mascot.
I do. I play Leaky the mascot. I play Leaky. Leaky the mascot. Oh, why are my eyes always tearing? It's because I'm emotional. I won't admit it. That's my character's name.
That's such a great arc.
No, but I play a character by the name of Ruxin.
Ruxin. Now, you are the guy who sort of is always wheeling and dealing and...
Scott...
I do watch the show. I'm just trying. It has been on for a year, so remind us all.
Ruxin is
Well, you don't watch it in the off season? Just like revisit your favorite episode.
Go to Hulu and
usually I like to watch my tapes of all the games, and then follow that up with a half hour of the league.
Yeah.
And you still find time to watch your stories.
Yeah. Well, I watch every single. See, I have the NFL package.
Okay.
I tape every single game that's on.
On VHS?
Yeah, on VHS. So that's 14 games, 15 games a week.
16.
I
don't know.
Well, I mean, there's 16 teams, right? But there's only.
Sure.
Wait. So that would only be.
No, there's 16
there's 30.
teams. There's 32
right.
teams.
32 team. Maybe there's 17 games.
Sure, it sounds about right.
Jesus Christ.
I mean, there's the National League and the American League, and
the AFL that's still around.
Yeah,
right?
and well, you know what I'm really excited about is this year the show is really exploring the XFL, and He Hate Me is going to be on the show this year.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Why haven't I worked?
Guys, is this sort of the sister show to Arliss? Is that how you
We hope
consider
so.
yourself?
We when we started the show, we had one dream, which was to do as many episodes as Arliss and be half as good. And so far, we are halfway at both points.
I would say your first episode was half as good as the entire season of Arliss.
Series or season?
Season.
Yeah.
What? Series? Series? I
Series.
don't know. I thought you said serious or season. I was trying to figure out what that question was. Are you
Serious.
serious or are you season?
Sirius XM Radio. Do I have it right?
Yeah,
Did I
that's
do this
really
right?
good.
You guys do a lot
Sirius XM.
Arr! You guys do a lot of scenes together in this league show.
We do.
Yeah.
Well, we do.
I don't
Everyone
think we
gets
have a lot
to
of
play.
two-person scenes
We've
together.
had a few.
We call those twofers in the
We
business.
Paul and I actually wrote 2 episodes this
Really?
season. Yeah.
How
Yeah.
many did you do, by the way? 'Cause
13.
last year you did
Unlucky
8, so
13.
you did 6.
6.
Six.
And this year we did 13.
More than twice as many.
Yeah. Good.
And the last 3 episodes are about how we all joined a motorcycle gang called the Sons of Anarchy. And so those are really a departure from the fantasy
It's
football.
like we're like ABC back in the early 80s where all the shows converge. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, Joey Lawrence is on Love Boat now.
Hey, look at that.
Look at all that. So, but yeah, no, I'd say that Paul and I's characters are.
That's such a great, fuck you. Look at all that. Anyway, so all right.
By the way, Joey Lawrence and Melissa Joan Hart have a new show together on ABC
Yeah.
Family.
Yeah.
Joey and Joey.
It looks like a show I'll never watch.
What?
Well, because I just feel like
We have a surprise for you. Bring him in.
Oh my God, guys!
Whoa!
All right, let me ask you a
Carnival
question.
That is
Cruise
a great
Line.
Melissa Joan
So,
Hart.
Melissa Joan Hart, you are a very big politician, and Joey, you are her housekeeper.
She's playing Gary Hart, isn't she?
Oh,
who's
yeah.
her grandfather in real life. A lot of people
Really?
don't know
Really?
that. Yeah, yeah.
My brush with Melissa Joan Hart was that
I think I actually convinced you of that.
I'm totally by it.
Melissa
Totally.
Joan Hart was dating a guy in my high school, and she came to school one day and had her sign a failing math test for me. And so
still have it?
I do, and so it's signed Sabrina. She wrote in quotes, Melissa Joan Hart, Sabrina, the teenage witch.
Now, I wonder.
Was there double quotations like Melissa Joan Hart, Sabrina, like quotation Sabrina,
The teenage.
single quote? Yeah,
The
yeah.
teenage witch. Then under that, ABC, Friday nights, the show with the black cat that talks.
Did you keep that, or are you going to rub it in,
Lindsay
in her
Sloan-
face?
I rub
once
it on
you're,
my privates.
Oh,
By the way, Lindsay Sloan was on the final season of Sabrina the Teenage Witch.
What did she play?
I don't know. But Lindsay Sloan was also Big Red in the movie Bring It On. Very funny lady.
Directed by Peyton Reed, friend
Yes,
of the show.
very funny man. Other
Friend of the show. What does that mean?
Well, he has listened to the show.
Okay, there you go.
Friend of me.
Listener of the show, Peyton Reed.
I hope to have him on. Actually, he the very first week when I announced I had the show, he said he wanted to be on. I have not had him on yet.
So you've done about 70 episodes, sorry.
I keep forgetting. I ran into him in the Mayfair parking lot the other
You know
day.
what's funny? Peyton Reed reminds me of Peyton Manning, who's a great quarterback in the NFL.
Which is the subject of your TV show, The League.
Oh, that's very interesting that you bring that up. But we, Paul and I, got to write some episodes, and we organized a few scenes for us to do together.
Yes.
And I put Paul on the witness stand. And because I'm a lawyer and he's a plastic surgeon, I won't get into details of it, but Paul,
We fuck.
we fuck on camera, but we did shoot at DC Stages, which feels like probably
DC Stages is
It's classy.
is like an upscale porn studio.
Oh, yeah. We used to shoot Mr. Show on porn.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I
Yeah,
had
yeah.
to do a bit where I was like on a rug and was very convinced, like in my boxers, and was convinced that I had like for the next 3 days had bed bugs,
Oh, ugh.
and it turned out that I had bed bugs.
Wow, what a fascinating end to that story.
Baba Booey.
Wait a minute.
Howard Stern's penis. Howard Stern's penis.
Wait, guys.
Doesn't it seem like Howard? There are certain people whose penises you assume look like them.
Yeah. Howard Stern's penis looks like Howard Stern.
Yeah.
I will say that I only go on
Chickless.
shows.
You know Michael Chiklis's dick looks like him.
Oh, it looks like The Thing.
Yeah.
Chick Dick.
You should
Chick
ask
Dick?
Peyton Reed because he directed Fantastic Four. What does Chick
He
Dick
did not
look like?
direct Fantastic Four.
He didn't?
He wanted to direct Fantastic
Oh, okay.
Four. And I wanted to write it. And
Neither of you guys accomplished that.
No, he was attached to it for a long time, and then he split over creative differences.
Oh.
And instead, that
Such
one-
is Hollywood.
Well, what a loss!
Holly.
What an American classic.
God, I really hope they reboot that. What a missed opportunity.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's such a great comic, and they blew it.
They blew it. They blew it.
I heard you're attached to direct the new Archie movie.
We're mainly focusing on
Jughead's
Jughead.
revenge.
Yeah,
Jughead just has body dysmorphia.
we're
Hamburgers catch up with Jughead.
I just actually wrote.
Are you thinking of Wimpy or no, Jughead?
Jughead likes
He
hamburgers.
loves
too, right?
hamburgers. All those kids love hamburgers. I actually just wrote a family circus movie.
Oh, really?
And yeah, it is. I just handed in the first draft. It's 1.5 pages, and it's really
It's a short. It's a short.
1.5
film.
pages.
Well, no, it's based on one of the strips. And
It's 1.5 pages of drawings.
Scott, don't try to fucking talk down to me. It's a adaptation of a family. I'll tell you. Well, I'll set the scene for you.
Okay, here we go. Is not me a character in this, by the way?
No, sequel. I don't want to.
good.
I don't want to introduce a big character like that until we establish the main character.
Fade up.
Fade up. Exterior church. Interior church. Families walking down.
Back to exterior of church.
Back to exterior. Interior. Families walking down the church aisle. Little kid says to mom. Didn't bother to learn their names because they don't. We don't really. They're not in there.
I think Billy is one of them.
Whatever.
Okay.
In the script, there's a kid. Kid goes to mom. Why do they call them pews if they don't smell? Mom goes, I don't know. End scene, blackout. There you go.
Ah.
Hilarious!
Chupa's back.
Yes.
Hey, Chupa.
But I'm wearing a different hat now.
Okay.
I'm wearing the hat of a film investor.
Really?
Yes.
Would you get behind this?
I would love to get behind it.
I have 300 mini movies of family circus movies.
Let's put them together and release it at many theaters worldwide.
That's actually not a bad idea. You know, when they did the Dennis the Menace video, movie.
Yeah.
It's like it's a 90-minute story involving Dennis. But what if there was a movie based on a comic strip that
Really
was just
adapting.
Yeah, just 91-minute stories.
I'm 100%. That's real mumblecore.
Yeah, let's get it. Why don't you and I become the first married couple of
Ooh,
the Family
yes.
Circus Mumblecore?
I love it.
I would like
keep
to,
on- I
Lone
keep-
Wolf Studios, my podcasting studios,
Yeah, no, we've heard a lot about that.
has raised over $300 million in the last year in financing.
Wait a minute, that seems all right.
Podcasting is the future.
I really wish that we could raise even a fraction of that.
Well, you can call right now to 1-800-LONE-WOLF.
.com.
.com. Anyway, long story short, I would like to
Wait,
make this.
did you invest in that movie, long story short?
Yes, I would like Nick Kroll to talk about long story short.
Okay, yeah, Nick. What is Long Story Short?
Long
Explain
story
that for
short
the
is a movie that I'm working on.
Okay.
It's a body switching movie starring Howie Long and Martin Short. And the basic idea is that Howie Long is a short story writer.
Sure.
And Martin Short is a longshoreman. And lightning strikes them. They get close to the water and they get struck by lightning. And they switch bodies. So now Martin Short is a short story writer.
Okay.
And Howie Long is a longshoreman.
All right.
And by the way, Howie Long, living in Short Hills, New Jersey, and
Wait,
Martin Short
with Terry Hatcher?
Yes, Terry Hatcher is
Okay.
there. Yeah, well, that's
whenever a plan
long
needs
story
to be
short.
come-
They
come
hatch,
up with,
they
yeah.
hatch the plan.
Wait, I hope that this is not shooting when I'm also making my movie of the Howie Long. We took the Radio Shack commercials and we're making them into a movie.
Really? And now
Yeah.
is this like
I would like
180
to finance that as
180 30-second movies?
Scott, yeah, you've hit the nail right on the head. It's going to be 180 30-second movies about these two people at Christmas time
I would
with all these gadgets.
I would love it if someone would just string together all of those Radio Shack commercials.
When
and just
I
make
watched
a long.
when I watched them, I said, "I'm not a scientist, but that is chemistry."
Anyway, so they switch bodies.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
So
Martin
Martin Short is a short story writer, and Howie Long becomes a longshoreman.
Right, and they're like,
Okay.
you know what? We actually fit better in these bodies for what we're now doing.
So there's no conflict.
So there's no conflict, so they stay in the bodies.
All right, good.
Long story short, it's a great movie.
I love it.
And then so it's just like that happens in the first 5 minutes, and then there's 85 minutes of them enjoying their lives.
Exactly.
And it goes until death.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the end of 6 Feet Under, we see how they die.
Right. Well, it actually goes till death when it converts into the
Into
show,
the show
till
Till
death.
Death?
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, that's a great show.
Till death. That's my impression of that show.
That show is great.
Wait a minute, we have someone coming into the studio now. What?
So I heard you talking about Till Death, which is something that I worked on
Is
many
it-
years ago.
Is this J. Montgomery Scott?
Yes, indeed.
Oh, hey,
J.
Jay.
Montgomery Scott.
You've been on the show before.
Yes, I have. I was your newsman
for only 1 week, but really had a fantastic time there.
Yeah, that was it. Yeah, I remember you just burst into the news every once in a while. We were trying to be more like a regular radio show.
Right. Yes, and I have a news story right here.
Oh.
Here it is.
Oh, jeez. Well, without
The
any fanfare.
anniversary of 9/11 is today, and everyone remembers that, of course, as the time that 50 Cent and Kanye West battled for the most albums sold. And we all know what happened there. Kanye was victorious. 9/11 will never forget that Kanye sold more albums than 50 Cent.
That's so interesting, Jay, that do you
Yes.
prefer Jay or Jay Montgomery or Mr. Scott?
Call me anything you'd like. I prefer Jay.
Okay.
You know,
Jay, do you love the rap world? Is that a world that you're interested
No,
in?
he's just getting this off the newswire.
this is a Newswire story.
Oh, okay.
Newswire story. I have been working with George Lopez. Yes. Yes.
I'm not sure why that came up, but
You should. Well, every night I'm working with George Lopez.
every night.
Yes. El hombre es muy loco.
That man is crazy.
See, that's what he said.
I like this Chupacabra.
I like this J. Montgomery Scott.
Have you guys ever worked together before?
No, I would love to work.
We did. We were attached to do that one, the PSA for AIDS awareness.
I didn't want to get behind AIDS because I feel like it's a disease created by the government, and you know what? It's getting rid of the good people, right? I mean, the people we want to get
Jay,
rid of.
Just see,
the
this was
people,
this
the
was
bad
the
seeds.
this was the problem last time. I think,
Yeah.
Jay, is that you would do the news stories, which are a little odd and a little off, but
Yeah,
then
sure.
you would burst in with these incredibly offensive opinions of yours, which is why we had to let you go in
All
the
right,
first
I'm
place.
sorry. I do apologize for that.
But I just want to clarify
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I know that I wasn't here last time.
No, hi Nick.
Oh, hi. So you think that AIDS gets rid of the people they should get rid of?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Wait, it seems like it's mainly homosexuals.
You can say that word out loud. There's nothing wrong
You know
with
what?
that word.
It
It
seems
is
like
the act of that
Sorry, it
is
seems
terrible.
Chupa. I didn't realize that you had
Yes, J.
strong
Montgomery
opinions.
and I have a very similar opinion on this.
Yes. Why spread? I have two opinions about AIDS awareness.
Okay, let's hear them.
If we talk about it, then more people will know about it. And then more people will get it because
Yes.
they're curious about it.
Yes.
It's the way that movies work. Everyone, oh, what's that movie
It's
about?
like product placement.
Exactly. So the more you talk about AIDS, the more people get it.
And that was my saying always. Any AIDS is good AIDS.
I
It's
once
like good cholesterol.
Yes.
Jennifer Love Hewitt
Ooh,
once
you
gave
had-
me a
yeah.
book that changed my life.
What was
Really?
that book?
The Da Vinci Code. And ever since then, I've been seeing symbols and everything. And so, AIDS, I see symbols in.
Okay.
And when I say symbols, I mean like on a drum kit symbols.
Oh, okay, sure. Yeah, we
Sure.
we knew you meant that.
And now, what kind of relationship did you have with Jennifer Love Hewitt?
We were lovers.
Really?
She was my concubine and a lovely girl. You know, when you have a girl like Love, she often tries to attach herself to older men because she needs to anchor to something. And I was very happy to take Jamie Kennedy's sloppy seconds
So you got in there after Ghost Whisperer?
during Ghost Whisperer.
Really?
Really?
Right
There's
now.
a little overlap?
As a matter of
How
fact,
did you
right
guys
now.
meet?
We met, I was on Ghost Whisperer. I played a ghost. And I didn't quite understand the part because I did all my lines like this. Help, I'm really scared and I need to help.
Do you
But then
think
they told
Ghost
me-
Whisperer is like sort of mumblecore then?
What's his mumblecore?
Oh, Jay Montgomery's not that up on indie
Paul,
filmmaking.
could you explain
Oh,
what?
I'll definitely explain it. We actually...
There's a
Nick
lot of
and I-
difference between Paul's voice and Jay Montgomery Scott's voice, by the way.
Nick and I do a show, and
Called the League?
exactly.
Okay, thank you, Chupa, for interjecting.
And one of the characters in the show does a movement called the Mumblecore movement.
Jay, do you know anything about Jay Montgomery? Have you seen The League?
No, I did work with Jerry Bruckheimer on a movie called Pirates of the Caribbean. Is that anything similar
No.
to the League?
Wait, what did you do in Pirates of the Caribbean?
Oh, I played Drunken Pirate number 4. They wanted me to play Drunken
lot of
Pirate number
drunken
3, but it did not speak to me.
Paul, have you seen the Pirates of the Caribbean movies?
Yeah, I saw a couple of Pirates.
Hey, wait,
of
we're getting a call here. Oh, the baby. The baby is back on the line.
Wanted to talk to J. Montgomery Scott?
I guess Jay Montgomery, would you like to talk to us? All right, I'll take a phone call. Here we go. Yes. What is, yes.
Why don't you ever come to visit me and Mommy?
Who is this? Who is this?
It's Alejandro.
Alejandro?
Yeah.
Do not call here.
But
Have it again.
Daddy.
No!
Ah,
No!
over the phone. Why don't you come to visit us?
I give you enough in the check form to give you my love.
You just sent us a couple of stamps. They weren't even a food stamps. They were just
They were stamps of me I made on Post-it.com.
Yes.
And it said, keep yourself fantastic.
But I cannot read because I am a baby.
Trade them with one of your friends who play in hydrants.
I don't understand.
Let's not talk about those. Come on.
I don't understand. I have called in. This is not like radio.
Let me tell you something. Your mother oh my gosh. You know, if you're sick like that, you know what you could always use? Burt's Bees! Burt's Bees, the only organic way to get rid of a cold. Burt's Bees, made from the best stuff from bees.
We're not doing commercials on the
Oh,
show.
no.
We're not paid for them.
In
I know
the
that
middle of the-
you have side deals, but
In the middle of the wilderness? Need to make cake? Also need sunscreen? Try Frost Screen, a frosting sunscreen. Good for cake, good for your body.
Jay,
SPF 50. Yes.
just go ahead.
I have another advertisement that we're doing today for the show. It's for cake. It's steak flavored cake. Do you like all the fluffy goodness of cake with all the meaty beefness of steak? Try cake.
I'm still on the phone.
I am here.
Chupa, what do you think about this baby?
This baby sounds like a baby who has been mishandled. He sounds sad, like he does not have a father figure.
Let me tell you something.
Wait, is this Paul or is this Jay Montgomery?
I will tell this baby something right here.
I think
there's a very big difference between our voices.
This is a very cramped studio.
But Jay Montgomery,
Yes.
how did you meet my mother?
I met her on the set of Robert Rodriguez's El Mariachi. She was a beautiful
First
girl.
film. Wow.
Yes, his first film, I guess.
What were you doing there?
I was there as a financier and also as barkeep. I did the line this. Take that outside, you Mexican. And
Did you improvise that line?
I did. I was told to keep to the script, which was no lines. And I happily did it. I did a lot of research to play the bartender. But anyway, the woman was a slut.
Did you build a house?
Did I build a house? What is that referring to?
Well, normally when you do research into a
Yeah,
character,
normally when you do research into a character. Yeah, I did that, but it was mistaken. Daniel
that was
Day-
a hilarious anecdote that we
Yes, it was
talked
in
about
reference
earlier
to
in the show.
F. Murray Abraham.
F. Murray Abraham, a pussy hound if I ever knew one. You know, F. Murray Abraham told me a story about Tom Hulse. He would always fart on set, right when they called action, to make the actors all look uncomfortable. And it worked. It really worked. No one liked Beethoven, and no one liked Tom Hulse. Was that movie about Beethoven? Amadeus? Amadeus Beethoven?
The dog Beethoven?
Oh, Beethoven's Third, one of my best performances.
Oh, you were in that.
Yes,
Were you in the dog suit?
No. The wit of Scott Aukerman. No,
That's what I love about this show. You throw something out and have someone say no, and then sneer at you.
was not in the dog suit. I was in the human suit.
Oh.
I played Charles Grodin in that movie.
I did not know he didn't do the third film.
Oh, no, he didn't do anything. After Beethoven's second, they just had suits, and you would wear them, and then Charles Grodin would come in and ADR the lines afterwards.
And you tried to improvise as.
Oh, hey, Nick.
Sure.
Hey, how are you? I'm just listening. It's just such a fascinating
You've been
show.
awfully quiet during this segment.
You know, it's sometimes you just want to be a fly on the wall.
Yeah, no, I know
That's how I
exactly
feel.
what you mean.
I'm listening over here. I'm fascinated by all this stuff.
Jay, tell us more, though, about how you met the baby's mother.
El Mariachi. I was playing a barkeep.
Yeah, we've heard all this
Oh,
before.
okay.
You improvised a lot.
My favorite Rodriguez movie is Spy Kids.
Spy Kids.
Sí,
Spy Kids 3.
sí.
Wait, we're getting one more call. Do we conference them in or?
Yeah.
Why don't we try that? Okay. Hey, caller, who's this?
Hola, yo soy un goat.
Wait, a goat?
Sí.
Wait, but Chupacabra is the goat sucker.
Yes.
Well, so why are you calling?
Because I'm afraid.
All right. Well, so we have a baby on the line, a goat on the line. Chupacabra's here. Nick Kroll is here. Paul Scheer is here. J. Montgomery Scott is here.
I am here to actually promote a new reality show I'm doing.
Really?
It's on AMC. It is with devil worshippers who are vegetarian chefs.
Okay.
It's called Hail Satan, and it is amazing new show. You should definitely check it out.
You know, that seems like the kind of joke that a guy like Scott Aukerman would like.
It seems like the kind of joke that you're constantly making, Nick.
Because he likes puns.
Oh, you've noticed that, baby?
Baby, are you a listener of my show?
Baba boy.
Wait a minute, baby.
Howard Stern's
the
famous
baby just hung up. Oh, my God.
You get so many Baba Booey calls. here.
I'm Mr. Here.
Oh, hey, goat. How are you?
Oh, I'm eating.
You're cheating and eating?
I'm cheating.
You're cheating on your diet?
I'm supposed to be on a diet, but I cannot stop eating.
What are you eating? An old rusty
It's
can?
an old rusty can, perhaps
A boot?
a leather boot. Also, somebody threw away something delicious to eat, like a McDonald's hamburger.
Oh, you love hamburgers like Jughead.
Oh, I cannot tell the difference between a hamburger and a leather boot, except for the delicious sauce on the boot.
A lot of people throwing away their boots after they step in sauce.
Oh my God! I
puddles.
just got this off the news.
Oh, Jay Montgomery, what do you have?
The World Trade Center has been hit by a plane.
No, this is you're reading
Oh my God!
news
this
from
is
9 years ago.
This is terrible. Ladies and gentlemen, I do not want to read this news to you, but this is
You must share it with the world.
Chupa, no, actually, this is
the
an
World
old
Trade
news wire.
Center is on fire. Oh my God! Another plane has just hit the other World Trade. What a terrible day for
The
America.
World Trade Center went down.
We got another call coming in.
Oh, another call. Let's merge them.
Yeah, hi. I want to.
Hey, Vinny's back.
Which tower is it? Because I got to get out of that. I'm trying to get down there.
Tower 2.
Okay, thanks a lot,
What are you going to do in there?
Baba Boy.
Jesus, Vinny. Oh, God, what a strange show this is. All right, well, Jay, anything else before we wrap up here?
I have a Twitter.
Oh, okay. What's your Twitter account?
My Twitter account is J Montgomery loves to talk to people at twitter.com.
Wow, so .com? You got a .com at the end of your handle?
Well, that's it.
I just wanted to make sure it was accessible to the kids.
Okay, you don't have to put
you don't know
.com.
what- do you know what
so
Twitter is?
twitter.com/J Montgomery loves to twitter.com.
What do you think
Yes.
Twitter is, Jay Montgomery?
It's a socialization network to communicate with people's networks.
Okay, so you get a pretty good idea.
All I know is that Ashton Kutcher does it, and anything Kutch does, I do.
Were you
The
ever
Kutch.
Were you ever on any of the shows? Any of his? Were you on that '70s show ever?
That 70s show.
Yeah.
Yes, I was. I played.
Not shows during the 1970s.
Oh, no, then I was never. I was in the
you were-
Killers.
you were a big actor
I had my
back
biggest part in the Killers.
Oh, really?
Yes.
You were a member of the Killers.
I was actually a member of the movie The Killers. I played the floral shop owner who, after a gunfight breaks out, I look over at my flowers and I just go,
Another day, another flower.
That was the best movie of 2010.
Killers.
Los Killers.
Katherine Heigl is the new Marley Matlin. Can we all agree on that?
Were you trying to reprise your role from John Woo's The Killers?
I don't like Asians.
Okay. Goat, what do you have to plug?
Let's see. I'm going to be by a fence tomorrow. I'm probably going to be eating weeds or wrappers. So if you want to come check me out over there.
Okay, and J. Montgomery Scott.
Yes, I would like to plug that I've just recently attached myself to the next Nanny McPhee movie.
Oh.
Yes. So I will be in negotiations to star.
She returned in this last one. What is she going to do in the next
She goes away.
one? Okay, Nanny McPhee goes away. Okay, well, we're all looking forward to that one.
I think the baby's got to plug something.
Oh, yeah. Wait, the baby hung up after he said Baba Booey, but we're getting a call.
Call back.
Oh, hello, baby.
Hello. I would like to plug the sadness that will fill my heart if my father, J. Montgomery Scott, does not become involved in my life.
Shut up. Shut up.
No.
All right, come
I don't want to
visit
be
me.
quiet.
Come to my cabana at the W Hotel. It's right above Dre's.
Okay. Dre?
Dre's,
What's that?
the club.
Okay. I cannot drive on my baby.
Chupacabra, what do you have to plug?
See? Let's see. I have a 9/11 reunion comedy show tonight.
Wait, who's getting back together out of 9/11?
Me, El Fasad. Let's see. Who else is going to be there? The rest of them passed away. What?
I found your flyer for that really offensive.
The towers went down, but the show goes on.
But then you all were on fire and the poster.
And jumping from the top of...
Yes.
Oh, gosh.
I don't get
Very
it.
insensitive.
I don't get it.
Well, if you don't get it, you shouldn't put it out.
But I honestly would like to promote Lone Wolf Radio.
All right.
Boom.
We've talked
dog.
too much about Lone Wolf Radio.
Scott,
Yes, Jay.
I have one other thing I would like to
I
plug.
hope that goat doesn't say Papa Booey.
I have one other thing I want to plug. Howard Stern's penis.
Wait a minute. Come on, Jay. You can't just walk. He just walked right out of the room, too, right after saying
He
that.
nailed you. He got you.
God. Wait, who is this? Is there another horse walking in? Hello. Who is it? Come on in. Who is this?
Hola.
It's this.
Yo soy el donkey.
Oh, a donkey is here.
Sí.
Do you want to talk to the goat who's on the phone?
Sí. What are you doing later, donkey?
No, you're the donkey.
I'm stupid donkey.
You're the donkey, and you want to talk to the
Yes.
goat.
I want to talk to the goat.
Okay, go ahead. Wait, who is this?
I'm a bird.
God, this is like a menagerie in here.
Yes. Yes.
Well, I appreciate all the help from all my animal friends, and my human friends who drop by to sort of carry the show. I think I'll be fine next week. God, I hope so. This may be the last show ever, though.
No,
yeah,
don't say that.
no.
Scott.
Might be. Want to thank Engineer Doug to the left.
Thanks, Doug.
Thank you, Doug.
Thanks for getting all the calls together and hooking them all up and merging them all. And I want to thank my guests, Paul Scheer. Thank you so much for dropping by. The League on Thursday. Nick Kroll.
Thank you.
The League is also on Thursday, in addition to the Thursday that I already talked about.
Sure.
And any final thoughts from any of you?
Jeez.
You know what? Live your life like a Nike. Just do it.
Like a Nike.
Like the original Nikes back in Roman times.
Okay.
No, I don't have any final thoughts. I would just say, live your life like a Nike. Baba Booey.
Oh, Nick.
Howard Stern's penis. Howard Stern's penis.
Wait, Paul. All of you. All right. We'll see you next week. Howard Stern's penis.
Feel better, Scotty.